Hey there, I'm Erica Jones here, and you're watching True Beauty U TV. Now I'm going to open this video with a question for you. Raise your hand if you've ever done a cleanse before. Me, I have. I've done a cleanse before. I've done several cleanses in the past. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 4 huge reasons why maybe some of the cleanses you've tried in the past have failed. You haven't gotten the results that you've wanted to see. I think cleansing is an awesome, powerful strategy to be able to just get incredible results in health and beauty all in one go. But there's some really big mistakes that you can make out there. And there's a lot of cleanses out there that just don't get results. Some of them are just silly, like stupid cleanses, and some of them are just downright dangerous. But we're going to talk about that in this video today. And before we dive in, I'm going to share with you a little bit of my story and how I kind of got into this health world and the story of my first cleanse. You may have read it on my blog, but if you haven't, here it is for you now. Several years ago, probably about 6 years ago in 2009, I was living a high-stress lifestyle. I was working for the second largest pharma company in the world as a sales rep, and I just really had no real concept of what health and wellness was really about. I ate takeout a lot, fast food a lot, didn't really have any cooking skills whatsoever. You know, I could scramble eggs and make some toast, but that was about it. I lived off of canned foods and stuff like that. And so I met my husband at that time, and we hadn't started dating yet, but I was definitely intrigued with him because I thought I knew about what health was coming from the pharmaceutical world and, you know, everything that they talk about in terms of advanced healthcare and technology and all this. And he had just a totally different approach, holistic, natural, really getting long-term sustainable results with people, reversing disease and chronic conditions, and just amazing stuff that I had never seen or heard of before. So I started to get on this track with him of just learning about healthy lifestyle and health and wellness, and it was really fascinating and intriguing. And so I said to myself, I'm going to do a cleanse. I probably need to do a cleanse because I haven't been living healthy the last several years, and I'm going to try one out. So I looked online, and you know, some of the most hardcore ones, you know, I'm a type A achiever. I wanted to go like all in, head first, dive right in. So I was like, let me do a raw food cleanse. That's one of the most kind of hardcore cleanses you can go for if you're someone that's coming from a processed food type of a background. So I did. I went into this cleanse, you know, had really no skill set in terms of cooking or preparing meals whatsoever. And I'd like to tell you that it was amazing and that I got such incredible results and my energy was high and it was just awesome, but it was none of that. It was awful. It was only for 3 days, but I was miserable. I think I ate lettuce like the entire time, and it was so bad that I promptly ended that cleanse with an order of pizza from my favorite pizza restaurant because I was like, I need some comfort after this cleanse. It's awful. Maybe you can relate to that. Maybe you've tried cleanses in the past that were just too extreme, and that's one of the first huge mistakes I'm talking about in this video, is that a lot of times cleanses are too extreme from where you're starting from. So for me at that time, going into a raw food cleanse was like, that was a no-go, because where I was starting from with my skill set with cooking, what I knew about healthy food and how to prepare food was just not conducive for going into a raw food cleanse. So, you know, I've seen everything in cleanses from, you know, you have to drink this like sugary syrup drink for a few days, or, you know, you can only eat green things for several days, or, you know, you're like starving on these cleanses and it's not fun and it's frustrating. You're just waiting for them to end because they're just so extreme. So that's the first issue with a lot of the cleanses out there. They're too hardcore, they're too extreme, especially if you consider that in relation to wherever you may be starting from. The second issue that I have with a lot of the cleanses is that they don't focus on the fundamentals. So I think cleansing is a really powerful strategy for boosting health results and beauty results just all in one go. But the most important thing to focus on is the fundamentals. So if you're cleansing like 10% of the time, and that's probably generous given how much most people cleanse, which is like once a year on New Year's, or maybe like in the summer when they're trying to get that beach body back or whatever it is. If you're cleansing like 10% or less of the time, what you're doing in that 90% or more is most important, and that's the fundamentals. That's the core fundamentals of how to eat for radiant skin, how to eat for optimized health and boosting energy, and making those right food choices the majority of the time. And not just food choices, but also lifestyle choices as well. What types of lifestyle choices are you making that support the actual results that you're wanting to see with the cleanse? And for me, when I'm cleansing, I do beauty cleanses. I'm focusing on all of the above. So it's nutrition, it's lifestyle, and it's also beauty rituals, and just pampering myself and my skin in a way that is going to bring out the vibrance and radiance that I really want to see. So focusing on the core fundamentals, most cleanses don't do that. You know, you're drinking a juice or something for the few days, but you don't really have the skills to take into your regular life to help you the 90% of the time so that you can maintain those results. And that's the third issue I have, is that results with most cleanses are not sustainable. Obviously, most people cannot, not even most people, no one can live on sugar water or, just starving themselves for forever. You can do that for a few days, but it's the reason why it's called a cleanse. It's because you do it for a short period of time. It's done intermittently. It's not meant to be done for the rest of your life. So, if you're dropping a lot of weight during that time, or, let's say you're boosting your energy, or for me, I just, I don't really focus on weight loss during cleansing, but I definitely focus on the way I'm feeling and how my skin is looking, and just the vitality and vibrance that kind of energy that I bring to each day. I focus on those things. And if you don't have the tools and skill sets to carry those results into the rest of your life, i.e. what you're doing the other 90% of the time, then the results are not sustainable. So, you do this cleanse, you get amazing results, and then it's like, all right, well, it's back to your regular daily life, back to your regular scheduled programming, and then all your results go out the window. So I don't like that. I don't like that most cleanses don't have long-term sustainable results. And that kind of feeds back into the second point I was talking about, which is focusing on the core fundamentals, which is so important, because you got to know what to do when you get off the cleanse. And the fourth thing that I think that most cleanses do wrong is that they're not flexible. They don't offer any kind of customizability. Maybe you're juicing for the whole 4 days, or however many days it is, but other than like the kinds of foods that you choose, where is there really flexibility in terms of where you're starting from? So for me, 6 years ago, I was like starting from the basement level, like bottom level. Just, I needed to figure out that Sprite wasn't really a nutritious beverage. That was my beverage of choice. I needed to just get rid of that and start drinking water. So comparing that to where I am now, and, probably where I was, 3 years ago, it's just been a gradual progression. I would cleanse differently in each of those different times. And I think that cleanses should be flexible. They should be customizable based on wherever you're at in your lifestyle. So I wanted to share that with you because my True Beauty Cleanse is launching towards the end of the month. I've got more details on that coming, but in general, there is a way to cleanse that is not frustrating and annoying, and just really, you can do it in a way that's enjoyable. That's what I'm trying to say. It can be fun. And so I've got just the strategy for you. If you stay tuned in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to share it with you. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.